What's up, you guys? Alright, we are in Vernon, California now. We are at the McDonald's at the corner of Soto and Bandini on the west side of town. I'm going to personal convey because I already went right past the shipper earlier. Yeah, it was not a lot on their lot though until time to check in. Alright, it is just right around 8:45 local time. Yeah, shit. I need to. Alright, we are good. Now, see that? That right there is why I said when you're maneuvering in lots, it's also why I was trained the way I was, which is take your seatbelt off. Because I needed to be able to get a good look out the window at where I was in relation to the other guy's the nose of his truck and his hood mirror and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to be sure I wasn't going to hit it, and looking in the rear view mirror does not do a good enough job. I mean, you can see in the mirror, but you get an even better perspective when you're looking at it directly. So, same thing when you're backing. You know, it's something that I was taught. You know, that they taught everybody in CDL school: take your seatbelt off when you're in the yard moving at low speed. If you're in a parking lot in a truck, you shouldn't be going any more than 5-10 miles an hour anyway. Alright, so we are on our way to pick up a load at GT's Living Foods. Shit, you know what? I should have double checked which address because they have actually a couple of different locations here. Okay, yeah, it is the one here on Bandini. Okay. They have another one on Distribution Boulevard, or whatever the hell that street's called. The one that's right on the other side of the aqueduct, or LA River, whatever the hell that water is. Yeah, if you just go right on the other side of the 710 freeway and go south on Atlantic, which is right there at parallels the 710 freeway on the other side. You just go a short distance down Atlantic and make a left on right after you cross a body of water. I can't remember if it's the LA River or a canal or like the aqueduct or whatever, something along that line. I want to say aqueduct, but that could be wrong. And make a left there. There's another GT's location there. And last time I picked up here at the Bandini location, they told me there's actually a third location too that I wasn't familiar with. I forget where that one's at. I don't remember if it's in Commerce or somewhere else. Commerce is on the other side of the 710 from here. Alright, so this shipper is going to be on the left side up here. Really short trip, so don't expect this one to be an hour-long video or even a 40-plus minute-long video like I just did for the Ralph's delivery. Alright, this load, it would be going to Florida. What's it, Lakewood or Lakeland? Yeah, Lakeland. It's to the Publix DC over there. I ended up doing a whole mostly a pretty full 10-hour break over here at this at that McDonald's. Ended up got some lunch, a carne asada burrito from the what's it called, Two's, or I forget the name of it. We're getting pretty close here. It's I think it's on the next It's that big white building right here. Just alright. So the west side of it is right here, past this car with its lights on. I think, yeah, that looks like it. Okay, so yeah, we'll go past this light. This is a long building, and when we get over here to the east end of this same building here, we're going to turn into that driveway. I've been here several times before. Just be forewarned if you're a JCT driver. I don't know about other drivers from other companies, but if you're a JCT driver, at least, almost a guarantee your assignment, your appointment time is going to be an hour later than what is on your load assignment. Like I said, I've been here numerous times, and literally, and I mean literally, not exaggerating, every single time I've ever been here, it's always been where my appointment time that they tell me is about an hour or two later than what my load assignment says. And I'm pre-cooled to 30. Now when I'm pre-cooling, I always use start-stop mode regardless. Because I don't, I just need it to be at the right temp. There's no product to worry about trying to keep fresh or cool, whatever. So I do tend to run it in start-stop. However, I will be running it in continuous mode when I leave here. Stop here, but I think because it's nighttime, kind of playing the nighttime protocol. There's another JCT right there coming out. Alright, we're going to come over here to the left side and check in at the guard shack here. Yeah, I think he's going to want to go on that side anyway to swing white to get out of here, so. Hello. Correct. Okay, so apparently we do drop-in hooks here. If WFX will ever get knocked in, we're going to drop this trailer over on the side, over by this fence over here on the right. She says my pickup trailer is still in the middle of being loaded, but it's indoor 13. She said park in front of it. And she wants me to wait here until WFX gets in. Alright, so this JCT driver here, let me slide over to make sure he has room. So this JCT driver has his truck's paid off. He looks really familiar too. I'm pretty sure if I saw his name, I might recognize it or something. I know I've seen him before. I just don't know his name. Yeah, that's L0850. Anybody, if you're not familiar with how JCT's truck numbers work, if you see L at all in front of the truck number, it means they're a lease op or an owner op. And if their truck number starts with if it's L3 something or L4 something, then it's then they're leasing to own the truck. And if it's an L0 number like that guy's is, that means they've paid off their truck and own it. This guy is not the greatest at backing, and I see something else he's doing wrong there, is having his window up. I've said before, you guys, when you're backing up, have your damn windows down. That way, if someone has to yell at you because you're about to hit something, you can at least know that yeah, you're gonna hear them. But if you have your windows up like that, trust me, you're not gonna hear them yelling at you, or you'll have a much harder time hearing them yelling at you. This guy looks like he's completely confused on how to actually control his trailer. Just by how slow he's moving and you know what the different little things he's doing there with the steering and all that. So I would say he's definitely not the best backer. I mean, I'm not sure what this guy is doing now. I may have to drop my trailer over here next to this WFX trailer, actually, so I don't see a hell of a lot more space in here. Yeah, as long as I stay over on the side of that, yeah, and up next to that red line. I don't want to go running in front of him when he's going to reset, and especially if I'm going to end up dropping my trailer in front of him. It's a little bit frustrating dealing with that guy because sorry, car, I don't mean to confuse you, but I need to get my trailer pointing in the correct direction. See if we can get a little bit closer to this WFX trailer. Wait on them to go further away. I hate this part. There are always people walking over here, and go for it. Seriously, you gotta need help. Get it up real close to that WFX trailer. You mean to tell me WFX is finally done? back into the trailer so I can get the fifth wheel to release. You can tell we do a lot here. There's no less than 4 other JCT trucks parked in dock doors right now, and there's still the one that already left too. Alright, let's wait for my pressure to drop all the way down, and we'll my loaded is right here, 6637. WFX doing a dropping that too. We got L4349, L4525. It's like L4296 Delta. Might have to reset. No, we're good. Almost. We'll just pull forward just a tad here to square back up. Everything's in there cooking. Delta 3896 over there on the other side. Now, some truck numbers here. So if you see a D in front of the number, it means it's they're running a dedicated lane. Basically, they only run between 2 particular planning areas. Generally, so like California is Area 1, if I'm not mistaken, and then let's just say Area 6 would be, I think that's like Texas or Oklahoma area, whatever. So someone might only run between areas 1 and 6, or they might only run between 6 and 9 or something along that line, or something. I mean, it's not the only loads they do, but if they, if there aren't any loads available that keep them in their lane, then they'll get offered loads that will at least keep them moving, even if it's not in their lane. But as soon as they get a chance to get back into their preferred lane, they get them back in their lane. Same thing I used to do on the OTR side with Sierra England, actually. I used to be a set runner between, as they'd call it, between Southern Cal and Central Pennsylvania. So, yeah, I ran team speed regularly, across to Central PA, and then I'd pick up a reload somewhere in Central PA and go back to Southern Cal with it. But yeah, it wasn't uncommon at all where I'd end up getting some random load elsewhere. Sometimes just wasn't something available, or somebody wasn't paying attention and planned me onto something that wasn't in my lane. So you never know. Always good to ask in that situation too. Alright, so I didn't get a chance to show you guys good backing footage here, except for just trying to maneuver a trailer into somewhat of a pull-through spot, but it's alright. There's plenty of other backing footage for you guys to watch here on the channel anyway, I guess, and I will be doing another backing analysis type video probably in the near future for you guys. I do find that it is actually useful for some of you guys. I know I've been in contact with one viewer, possibly subscriber, I don't know, and helping him with certain little things about backing. And don't be afraid to ask too. Just because you have experience driving the truck forward doesn't mean you have experience backing it effectively. And you say if you don't, I mean, you can be out here for 20 years and not be the best backer. If you just never put any value into backing skills, just face it, you're not going to be a good backer. It doesn't matter how much you know out here or how long you've been driving out here. You can have someone out here with 6 months of experience that's just all ate up about backing, and all they want to do is back every chance they can, and they're going to pick it up a hell of a lot faster too. So swallow your pride. If you have backing issues, you can always contact me privately at zaniac1273@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, contact me on there too, and let me know if you ever want help with backings, and I can always help with that. Anyway, I'm gonna hang out here, and whenever we're ready to dock out, I'll give you some more here, okay? Alright guys, we're all done loading here. I need to hook up to my trailer though, but it's sitting a little high. I'm gonna drop the front end of it down and I'll get hooked up. I'm going to have to pull forward because the kingpin is sitting on top of my fifth wheel right now. There we go. Go a little more forward. Come on. Yeah, I'm intentionally off-centered from it because the trailer's not sitting right. Oh, no. Far off to the right, so oh, come on. I'm gonna have to raise drop the landing gear a little bit too far, so we raise it back up. This is a heavy load too. On second thought, did not drop the landing gear too far. It was just too late getting the airbags to drop. I was already starting to pull away, and I decided to start dropping the airbags, and they were still in the process of getting that way. So fifth wheel's down low enough so I can get under it. Problem is, it feels like I'm still off to the side, so. See if that works. It should be all right now. Oh, I hate when that happens, when I can't do where I have no option but to slam into it to get it, because the friction. All right, now we can finish hooking up. there's two wheel chocks underneath there. I got the front one out, but the back one's still wedged in, so back in a little bit more. Maybe that'll come out now. So let's go ahead and pull out. I do have to put load locks in if there aren't any already in there. I'm going to pull away from the door, get over here, and we'll get them in on the way over to the guard shack. I did get a little bit of rest here. Something to check out, get my load locks in and all that. Alright, I need to send departure call. I'm going to move forward so her spot can get checked out. I'm not going to send my loaded call until I get scaled out first. There's a place here in town that I can do that at. I will get you to that location and then we'll end the video there. So at least if you're picking it up here, you know where you can go to scale it close by. Alright, so it is 12:07. Okay. Now sometimes when you come here, you end up leaving through the other gate. It's just a matter of what time of day it is, really. I'm pretty sure I raised my landing gear all the way up, but I was just looking a minute ago. I was like, is it all the way up? But I'm pretty certain I remember raising it all the way up. We're going to make a right turn out of here and head west on Bandini. One more car to go, and then, yeah, we're clear after this one. Oh yeah, this feels like a porker. And also, now I forgot to do it this time around, but standard procedure here, make sure you show up with an empty skill ticket that's dated the same date as your pickup. Translation: if you go camping out in Ontario the night before and then come here with a skill ticket that you got from the previous day, it's not going to work. They're going to want it to be a skill ticket for the same day that you're picking up. So if today is August 24th, well now it is, then they want to see August 24 on your skill ticket, not August 23rd. Now, I actually forgot to get a skill ticket, and which is funny because I've been there so many times, I know better, but they didn't seem to be concerned about it. The other thing is, I had no idea that we even did drop-in hooks there. I went there expecting a live load, so because of that, I showed up there with the same amount of fuel that in my reefer unit that I had from my previous delivery in Compton, and was not, yeah, I only had about half a tank in there. Had I known that it was going to be a drop-in hook, I would have filled it up, but like I said, I had no idea that it was going to be a drop-in hook. I had no idea we even did drop-in hooks there, so learned something new. Even though I've been there several times, I still learned something new. That's the attitude there. What can you learn, no matter how much experience you have with trucking in general, or even with a particular customer? Always something new worth learning. Alright, so we're going to come up here to Downey Avenue, which is this light coming up here. You can't miss Downey because you got railroad tracks here. If you stop at the limit line right up by the light, you're going to be sitting on top of the railroad tracks, which you better not be doing. I was here at this intersection earlier today, and I saw a straight van and a car both sitting on them. If you can't get up there, then this limit line, right, see this car right here is sitting on the tracks. Well, it looks like, well, they'll have a gap there they can work with, but I'm going to have to sit here at this limit line until the light turns green. Alright, so we're going to make a right turn here on a Downey. Alright, those railroad semaphores are red, so no train coming. There better not be one coming. Yeah, all of them are red. Alright. Alright, so we're going to come up here. You're going to see a 13'5" bridge right up here. We're going to make a right in front of it onto Washington. This bridge right here is not the 13'5", it's the next one. Actually, I have, I think, gone underneath that 13'5" bridge before. I had one time I tried to come in here through the 60 freeway instead of the 710, and found out about this 13'5" bridge, and I think I remember a container truck going underneath it. So I carefully went underneath it too, and I recall making it. Yeah, I made it under. All right, so this is Washington. Now I have another, this is 14.9 here. If you want to say one of these ones right here are, well, that's a hurricane truck, isn't it? Nope. No, that one's plenty high enough. I'm mixing up these here. I think I might be confusing with the one in Oakland, which is a 13.6. Alright, we're gonna come up this way. I got the intermodal yard right here. Right up here will be a traffic light at Indiana. We're gonna turn right there. That's a dead end road. And there's a small truck stop over here that has a Catskill. That'll be this light right here you see up ahead. Alright, so I would normally be just getting onto I-10 or working, basically go up to I-10 and then just stay on I-10 all the way into Florida. And then go down I-75 from there to get down to the Tampa area, and then Lakeland is just a little bit east of I-75 on Interstate 4, but I need to retrieve something of my son's that was left in our motel room in Holbrook, Arizona. So I'm going to be taking this load up to I-40 and taking I-40 across instead. Right here's the Catskill. Now, what else I was going to say there? Yeah, well, I checked the mileage also between taking I-10 versus I-40. Yeah, I'd go all the way to the end here. And it's only like 13 miles more to go on I-40. And if you're running ahead of schedule on a load like this, might actually want to consider taking 40. Because we have a lot more trucks running on I-40, and there are a lot more swap opportunities on that route. You can still get swap opportunities on I-10, but yeah, there's more opportunities because there's more drivers, more freight on I-40 than there is on 10. So yeah, and keep in mind, guys, well, let me scale first, and then on the way out of here, I'll give some parting words on something that was lamented by another driver, but it's not really don't think really merits concern. Alright, the weights are good. I don't really need the scale ticket. This load is due on the 29th. I think at 9 a.m. or something like that, but I expect that I'll be there on the 28th. However, I'm running on recap, so that's something else to keep in mind here. Get this turn made first. Okay, so on that note, we had a driver complaining, dude, you're not gonna make that. Dude, what the fuck? You're not gonna fucking turn in front of me, you stupid ass. Freaking container drivers, I swear, are the dumbest people in the world. Drive slower than shit on the freeway and in the middle lane, and then they pull that crap. Alright, anyway, we had a driver in one of our groups lamenting having spend like 24 hours waiting for deliveries and not being able to get off their load. I feel them. I get that, because I run into that same problem every so often. But then, a perspective here. Last week, I had when I had my son on the truck, I ended up delivering in Fort Worth. I was delivering in Fort Worth. And I dropped my son off at the Loves in Quanah, where basically his mom came out and met us there at the Loves in Quanah, Texas, and it was not even 200-mile trip from there. I ended up just parking for 24 hours there because it's close enough where I still had plenty of time left on that shift where I could run deadhead miles, pick up my reload, and get the reload moving far enough where I could get back to California in 2 more shifts. So I didn't sweat that too much. I sit for a day when I could be moving in 10 hours. It's your natural inclination is to want to be moving if you have hours to work with, but perspective here again, guys. I had that load done and got the other load picked up, got it over to Henrietta, Texas. Made it home in 2 more shifts. Sat at home for another 24 hours on my way to my delivery in Shafter, California. So I sat for 24 hours again at my house before I delivered. And as soon as I got through delivering in Shafter, I went and picked up a reload in Reedley, California. And I barely made it to Tulare, which is barely an hour, a little over an hour drive, hour and a half drive or so from Reedley, if even that. No, it's not even that. It's less than that. I'm trying to remember how many miles it was. I think it was only like, not even 40 miles. So, and I ran out of 70-hour clock. So and I ended up, I didn't run a full shift. I had to sit and wait for recap. So I did a 10-hour break in Tulare. And I'm still running really good miles this quarter. I'll put that info up for you guys and you'll see. When I got home, I think it was when I got home yesterday. When I input my miles on my spreadsheet, I was already up over 23,000 miles for the quarter. Yeah, it's just July and August alone, and we're not even done with August. We're barely on the 24th of August now. I have a full week to go before I'm done with the month, so 3,000 plus miles is what I'm going to probably be doing again this week, and I'm going to be pushing close to 2,700 miles, 27,000 miles for the quarter by the time we're even out of the month. So, do I really need to worry about having to sit for 24 hours, or not having to, but choosing to sit for 24 hours in Quanah, Texas, or another 24 at home? When I could be delivering, or could be swapping or dropping or whatever, it's okay. My hours, my 70-hour clock's only going to allow me to do so much anyway in an 8-day period. So like I said, I get the mentality. I'm all for keep it moving as much as I can, and then maybe do a 34. But I enjoy also having a relaxed pace where if I can can run at whatever comfortable pace I want. Like, if I didn't sleep for shit, I need a little more than a 10-hour break. Maybe I need 12 hours. Okay, no problem. I got the time to work with there and have no issues at all with on-time delivery. That was actually something somebody had asked me on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook yesterday. Someone who's a law enforcement type and was actually thinking about a trucking career. Well, we're going to get on the 60 freeway here if you haven't noticed already. He thought about doing it, but the impressions that he has of the trucking industry is that it's always like go, always barely on time for deliveries and all this kind of stuff. And it really depends on who you're driving for, what loads you're on. There are loads that are like that, where the shipper holds you up or something, and now they jam you up on the delivery ETA, or maybe a carrier you drive for has more of a just-in-time type of route network. So, where they pick up loads that are designed to be just on time, where you pick them up and get them as quickly as you can to the receiving end. JCT, we don't do that. There are times where we're going to run behind on a load because of shippers, but I've seen a lot of cases where the loads are running late, not because of shipper, but because the driver. The driver I was talking to in Compton, he was docked in next to me. He was telling me about how there was another driver he had ran into, I guess. I think he swapped with a guy or whatever, or something like that. I don't remember. He ran into a guy or something, and the guy got swapped off his load. And then after he got done with his 10-hour break, he was still sitting there, not moving his truck. So, I mean, this is the kind of people we have in the industry. You think that you can run somebody else's truck like that. Just because you're leasing to own a truck doesn't mean you can run it like you're an owner-operator, guys. It still says somebody else's name on the side of that truck. The pink slip for the truck still has somebody else's title to it. It's not yours. So, until you pay off, like my truck. My truck is paid off, but I have the maintenance account paid off still. So, until that title is actually in my name, this is not my truck. You gotta treat it like that, and as long as it belongs to the carrier or the leasing company, whichever the case might be, you know, you kind of have an obligation to run that truck in at least reasonable interest to them as well. Because what works for you might not be good enough for the carrier, and they can tell you go take a hike. You turn your truck in and take a hike. You don't want to get you that, and you won't make any money either if you're sitting like that too much. So I don't get why people do that and think that they can make good money and just run the truck however they want to. Anyway, it's enough of the rambling musings here. So like I said, I'm going to take 60 over to 605 and then over to 210 east to 15 north and maybe stop at my house for a few hours and you know, maybe finish running into Arizona before to end my shift. Alright, aside from that, like I said, I probably will be delivering this myself, but there is a slight possibility I could swap off it or something because of the ETA. But we'll see how it goes. I don't care either way. It's whatever. I'm running on a recap, so whatever keeps my clock burning up, I don't really care. So alright, I will possibly see you guys in Lakeland, Florida on my next delivery video. Alright? You guys all have a good night. Enjoyed hanging out, I hope, and we'll see you on the next one.